Well, what? Exhaust tip? Yeah, same exhaust tip. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Loud and Proud. I'm here with my buddy from PA, Joshua, and we're just going to be going through. He's never been around or owned or anything like that Dodge pickups, let alone the Cummins models, and so we're going to go through, and he just kind of go through like basically what they've always owned, like he's always seen growing up, what his dad's always bought, and then we're going to get kind of his reaction to, you know, my truck, the first gen, that type of thing, and you know what he thinks about him now that he's actually seeing them and he's here in the flesh. So we're gonna get right to that. Joshua, kind of go through. He's just kind of gonna go through what his dad's always bought, what they've kind of been around, the different motors of trucks that they've been through. They bought a lot of PowerStrokes. Let's just say that, a lot of Ford diesels.
Yeah, as far as you know, as I grew up, all our trucks, most of our cars and SUVs were all
pretty much Ford.
Fords,
yeah,
or Lincolns. Yeah, but as far as trucks go, my dad always bought. He had a couple 6.0s. He had one 6.4, and obviously 6.4 is like the worst motor out there that PowerStroke ever made, that Ford ever made. And so he got rid of that quick, got bad fuel mileage. Then he got the 6.7 in 2011. He loved that truck. The torque and horsepower was crazy. We always towed gooseneck.
When they take gooseneck, I've seen some of their trailers that they've had loaded down with massive tractors that barely even fit on the trailer, bulldozers, I mean everything. They will max out their load. So a good truck is a big deal to them. Like it's got to be you know, able to do all that. So
yeah, so the 6.7 was by far the best, you know, as far as performance and torque and horsepower. And then I ended up in, what was that, 2015 or 2016, I bought a 6.0 in 2005.
That's my cousin over there on the dirt bike ripping through the road.
So I bought a 6.0 and had, you know, no issues at all really when I first had it.
It's an 05, by the way, because a lot of people dog the mess out of 6.0s and they say, oh, all 6.0s are terrible. It's mostly, what I've come to learn, it's mostly the 03s and 04s. 05s into 08s, no, 07s. Yeah. They're pretty much a safe zone for the 6.0s for the most part if you treat them right, if you give them, you know, the proper love in terms of, you know, deleting stuff and, you know, maintaining stuff and everything else of that nature. So
yeah, before I talk about my truck, so then my dad got rid of his 6.7 and ended up buying a 2016
F-150
gasser, yeah, F-150, and that has what, the 3.5 in it? 3.5 EcoBoost?
I can't do. Is it 3.4, 3.5, 3.2?
I think it's a 3.5 EcoBoost in that. Twin turbo. I think it's up to speed pretty quick. So he bought that knowing that I was going to end up buying a 6.0. So he was just going to use that for his daily driving, and then we ended up splitting on the truck. So I had it as a daily driver, and then he had it to tow, you know, a couple times a year whenever he needed it. We actually recently took that into the shop and got it bulletproofed and got some custom tunes and a new exhaust from the turbo back. And that thing runs sweet now.
Didn't you guys go with bigger injectors and everything?
Yeah, bigger injectors, bigger turbo, new exhaust all the way from the turbo back, and we got custom tunes made as well. So my daily driving tune, I'm not sure exactly what the horsepower and torque is on that. I just know that it increased my fuel mileage. Well, it gets 2 miles to a gallon better now than it did. I have one more tune that I actually have yet to put in, and I think we're gonna end up doing a video on that, you know, later. Probably in about a week or so. Yeah,
once I go up to his place in PA.
We're going to put that tune in for the first time. And that one, they ran it with that, and it had 650 horsepower. Obviously, rolls coal like freaking no other. So we'll see how that looks. You know, you guys will get to see that in a week or so, like I said. But, you know.
For the most part, now, what do you think about Dodges? He hasn't driven my Cummins yet, but just first glance, he got to see under the hood how clean it was and everything else. Yeah. Like, what do you think of just, like, being around them? Because I don't know if you've ever really been around like Cummins, like the diesels.
I know a couple people with Dodge.
Your pastor has one. He has
the gas in it, but I've never really been around Cummins at all. And obviously, I know he just bought his Cummins, and his dad has this one.
But we like Fords too. Like my dad owns 2 PowerStrokes, so I mean, we can go both ways, but I just kind of want to get his first reaction. He's going to go up. We're going to take a look at my truck. He just got into town here, so we're going to go take a look at my truck. I'm actually going to hand him the keys and let him take it for a drive and get his reaction, because like I said, he daily drives a 6-liter, and that thing is an animal now, but he's gonna get his reaction to my truck. And my truck doesn't have a lot of performance mods done to it, but it's just gonna be a different feel and a different experience. So we're just gonna kind of get his reaction to driving in Cummins and seeing what he thinks about it. So let's get up there and take a look. What do you think of the truck in terms of appearance, at least like cosmetics, the way it's set up right now?
Yeah, I pulled up and I've obviously seen videos on the truck on his YouTube channel, but it doesn't do the truck justice as far as size goes. The tires are bigger than I thought. The whole truck's bigger than it looks in the videos. And then obviously the new exhaust pipe. The pictures and videos, you know, don't do it justice whatsoever at all. I mean,
my cousin just stuck his head in that thing. Yeah. So for perspective, my cousin over there just stuck his head in that exhaust tube. So
you know, I'm almost 6'3", and I have big A hands, and I mean, I don't know if you can get
any justice.
Not really. But I don't even know, but you know.
Well, here's the keys.
I like the new black one, so we'll take it for a spin.
Yeah, we're gonna take it for a spin.
Let you guys know what I think.
First time starting up a Cummins. Let it sit until all the lights go off.
Yeah.
Guys, the buzzer's not on this time. Randomly, it doesn't turn on, which is pretty good.
Did you wait for your oil light to shut off?
Yep, that's good.
First time I've ever been in a Cummins.
First time ever being in a Cummins.
Then let's not hit anything.
Cummins sounds a lot different.
It does sound way different. I'm used to PowerStrokes,
which is like a clean whistle,
yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, they don't sound anything like this. It's just a way different feel in general.
Puff a little smoke.
I like the whistle.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the previous owner had already taken the silencer ring off the turbo. I was gonna do that for a video for you guys, and then I looked at it and I'm like, it's already taken off, whatever. I'll just have to get a bigger turbo down the road.
Is that something I can do on my turbo?
I'm not sure. I know that it's a big thing for Dodges that people do. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, just to make the turbo a lot louder, like you can hear the turbo better. He doesn't know what it sounded like without that exhaust tip on it, because I just did it, but what do you think of the sound right now?
I really like it. It's different than a PowerStroke, but it's still a clean diesel sound. Like I've heard a lot worse, and this is really nice. So, that's your dad.
Oh, yeah, that's my dad. He's trying to play chicken. It's my dad pulling up. Oh, that's funny. No, you're good. That's funny. Talk about timing. Just go onto that road. Now pep it a little bit right here. Sound good? I love that sound.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a different sound, like. Like
so much different than a PowerStroke.
Oh yeah, it's way different. It's way different.
But like, neither of them sound bad. It's just a way different good sound because it's a freaking diesel, and I love diesels. So
yeah.
Well, let's not hit the old man.
Yeah, don't smoke out the old man. He didn't wave back. Not a friendly guy. And also, guys, just gonna mention this right now. This doesn't have anything to do with this video, but I think my tires do actually rub on a full turn. Did you see the wear, like on the plastics? You can see where there's a little bit of a rub mark. Yeah, there's a little bit of a rub mark in the fender, but it was the same. There was just as much as a rub mark with these as it was with my old tires that were 285s wide. So I don't think it's a big deal. It's just a real light rub on the plastics, but it's not like slapping plastic around or something. So I think it's fine.
Wheel spacers would make it look nice though.
Yeah, wheel spacers. I've actually talked about that a couple times about how I want to get Bora 2-inch wheel spacers. Dirty Max Jack. Have you ever watched Dirty Max Jack before? Yeah. Dirty Max Jack. Yeah, I kind of messaged him back and forth, periodically, and he said to go with Bora if I go with wheel spacers. He said they're the real deal. Somebody else did a burnout right here. Cut into the pavement.
How do you make them?
There's holes in the pavement. Anyways, Dirty Max Jack said that he recommends Bora. He said that's the way to go. That's all he'd recommend. So if I get them, that is what I have in my saved for later list on Amazon. It's definitely what I'm going to go with.
So this tint's not too bad.
Yeah, see.
You can see through it. It's different because I've never seen it before, but
People in the comments are like, "There's no way you can see out of the tent. That would drive me nuts."
Yeah, you can see out of it.
It's not a brick wall, people.
Yeah,
it's not a brick wall.
See through. Even the darkest part you can see through.
Yeah, it just kind of comes out like that. It's not that hard to figure out.
I like it.
You like it? Yeah, you guys are gonna get to see some of his truck when I go down to PA. But this will actually be a perfect example. You can see the rub. Almost touches right there. Oh, not quite, but almost. Like when you go on a full turn and let's say you hit some bumps and stuff, it's gonna bump it down just enough to rub. But it's not bad though. It's not bad. It just maxes it out right there.
Wheel spacers would make it look sweet.
Wheel
I'd
spacers.
put 2-inch wheel spacers.
So, as an end takeaway, if the wind, I hope you guys can hear me with the audio here. As an end takeaway, what do you think of the truck? Dodges, Cummins.
Yeah, I don't have any complaints, obviously, as of, taking it down the road and back. For being an older truck, being a 96, it sounds awesome, drives awesome. I don't have any complaints. I like it. And I'm not normally a Dodge guy, but I've also never been in a Cummins, so.
Yeah, see, can't knock it till you try it. If you drive one, you might never go back. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, guys, so just be sure to let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? Have you guys ever driven a Cummins? A lot of you, I'm sure, have, or at least been in one, being subscribed to this channel. But just let me know down in the comments below what you thought about it. He's gonna mess with the tow mirrors a little bit. Leave a comment below, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Doing what I love, going day to day, but I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tight to go back to just going out every night. Like if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, doing 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that. I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory.